Ladies and gentlemen, Jesper here. Before we're going to pick a niche, we need to pick a market. Why? Well, maybe you find like a beautiful trending niche that has been going on movers and shakers, for example, on Amazon. Amazon is US based, and you see in the top five all these summer dresses. But the market that you are going to sell is fucking Australia, and it's winter there, and you're going to sell summer dresses in the winter of Australia. We're not want that to happen. So before we move into niche research, we need to know in what market we want to operate. With the market, I mean what country are we selling and what currency are we using? Because some markets have different trends because of the seasons. Like the example, in July, you see the market for summer dresses is booming and you want to sell it, but your market is Australia. In July, it is winter there, so it does not make sense to sell summer dresses in the winter. This is also called common sense. Well, for the market, we just need to see what payment provider options we have and where we can use them. And here's a list of countries that we have seen performing well with the payment providers. Disclaimer, this is just my experience. I know you guys love the bullshit and you're like, but just put this, cut the fucking bullshit. This is just my experience, okay? This is just my experience. And I'm running an agency with, I think, 150 plus Google stores. I know what I'm talking about. If you think that you know more, please just skip the video or maybe skip the community because, dude, you're just here to make some money, okay? Let's get into it. What I mean with this, for in a summary, you just need to see what kind of payment provider options you have on the company base that you have. For example, if you live, I don't know, I'm making maybe a guess, but I believe if you're in Estonia or maybe in Bulgaria and you have an Estonia company or a Bulgarian company, you're sometimes limited with creating payment providers. For example, they don't allow Shopify payments there, but they do allow Stripe, which is also a very good payment provider. But when you know that, you just need to see what kind of payment options you have in your Stripe account. It does not make sense, for example, if you don't have Twint, which is very used in Switzerland. If you don't have the option for Twint in Stripe, then you already know like, maybe that's not the best market to go into. But that's just an example. You just need to make sure that you use common sense and you just to see what kind of payment options you have. So the first one that I really like is Netherlands and Belgium. It's the best one for cash flow because you need ideal bankcontact and credit card. CC means credit card. All these three are available in Shopify Payments if you have that. If you're not available for Shopify Payments, you have them in Stripe. One side note, if you want to have ideal and bankcontact in Stripe, you use CardDNA, and that's an external app. You need to have that integrated with it. If you need help with that, just text me CardDNA on school and I will hook you up. You need to have a developer that connects the webhook. I believe it's $400 for the webhook to be connected. That's the only thing that you really need to remember. But please use Shopify Payments with your UK company, your Hong Kong company, your US company, your German company, Belgium company, all the European countries and companies can have this on Shopify Payments. You just need to make sure that it's selected. Optional is PayPal and Klarna. Klarna will boost your conversions like crazy, but your cash flow will be gone as well. Klarna just pays you every 19 days, so every 14 days they pay you out, and then it takes 3 days for them to settle your payments. So it's on average, I believe, 15 to 19 days that it takes to hit your bank account. So I will really skip Klarna. And to be honest, you attract people that don't have money because people who don't have money use Klarna, okay? Then the second biggest country I think is just Germany. Germany also only. Austria can be done as well. So maybe Austria can be added here as well. You only need credit card and PayPal. That's the really mandatory payment options. But if you add Klarna, you will see a big difference in Germany. But we have seen all stores can be scaled to 20K plus, 30K plus. I even had a store that did $110,000 in one day just in Germany with just credit card and PayPal. So it is possible, okay? Then another market that's really good for cash flow is France. Yes, you can use PayPal as an option, but we have been scaling France for just only credit card, and it's working pretty good. Of course, the conversion rate will be higher if you have certain options as well, but I'm not aware of the locals, everyone. I only know about credit card and PayPal, but this is just optional. Every time it is optional, it means that you don't have to put it on. especially if it says Klarna, to be honest. PayPal, if you have it, please run it as an optional option. Then we have Switzerland. My Swiss store did 300k in revenue. I've just sold it, like yesterday. I just sold the store, and it has only been running on credit card. I know there are some guys in the community that are using Twint as well, but this one is only available, I believe, when you have a Swiss company or you have some shady external payment provider like Ocean Payments or Airwallex, and you need to have a lot of stuff done. If you can get Twint in Switzerland, you will be killing it, because that's just 80% of your customers will pay with Twint instead of credit card. But yeah, just see if you can get it. If you can, please, guys, Switzerland will be a gold mine for you. If you cannot, well, make sure that you be aware that the sales can drop a little bit. I could scale it to almost 5k a day with only credit cards, but that was like really the ceiling, it seemed like. While we have some clients that have Twint available and they are scaling like crazy. Then we have, of course, Australia. Credit card and PayPal is the mandatory, and optional is Afterpay. I think even you can run it without PayPal, but I noticed when I add PayPal, it made a significant better conversion rate. So I put it in here as mandatory. USA, same. Afterpay is optional. UK, the same. Afterpay is optional. Sometimes it is available in Shopify Payments or on an external gateway. Then we have Sweden. You need credit card and Klarna. This is where Klarna is mandatory. I've run Sweden without Klarna, and to be honest, I did manage to get a ROAS of 3, but my conversion rate was 0.69, which is crazy. When I added Klarna, it went up to 4%. So that makes a big difference, and I was able to do, I believe, ROAS 5 to 6 plus consistently. So that makes a really big difference. Norway, same, and Denmark, I only put in here CC, so credit card only can be done in Denmark, but then we have optional PayPal, Klarna, and MobilePay. MobilePay is also a local payment option. If you have that, please add it in. You will see a big difference in your store, and you will see some big conversions coming in. This is just the list for now. Maybe I will just update the list. So if you guys sometimes come back to this list, you will see maybe different markets. Because to be honest, there are like very hidden markets as well. For example, what I know is that in Canada, around Quebec, a lot of French-speaking people live there. I believe 8 million people. So if you create a store in Canada and you only target people in Quebec with a French store, you only need credit card as well. You are killing it. I even heard like people doing it in the Eastern countries, like even Israel. I don't know what kind of language they use there, but you need a proofreader for sure. And I think you can scale there even with credit card as well. Even people doing Mexico, doing Spain, Italy, you can go in there, just see what kind of payment options you need for that for mandatory. And most of them are PayPal and credit card. If you can run it, please go, because every country on Google works. It's not that, let's say, Spain doesn't know about Google. Like, what is Google? No, of course, they will have as well Google, and they will buy there as well. The buying intent, maybe the capital is a little bit lower, but for products between 30 and 60 euros, that's really, really good. So every market works. So please stop asking me, what market should I do? Well, here you have the fucking list, okay? Here you have the list. So please pick one, run it up, and thank me later, okay? See you later.